Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today is a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. On second down, Cook. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Black ultra.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Allen now on 1st down. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Open target here, Darius Slayton. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
We're all playing the game.
No, I'm not.
On the return for his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him there right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
We can try.
Comes to the line to start their next drive. And they are back to 500. They got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On play action, Allen. And unable to connect.
Fucking bitch.
Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
On the set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's a quarterback sneak.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it. But the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play.
Ready.
Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
After one, 7-0. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Set, ready. On the ball. Right, 97. Cut.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Down.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Let's go.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They start the drive with Cook. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Bills hit 500, hit 6-6. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Green jack. On the ball.
2nd and 6. This is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown of the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. They will find Davis. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Fight, 60. Ready?
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to work. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Good.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
22 middle.
Here's a 2nd and 7. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger, finding space at the 40. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 5. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Rail. Quick, yellow. Ready?
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Okay.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Half 85, half 85.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Allen off the play fake. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Ready,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the out.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Allen now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Alert, alert, alert.
Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs from 13 yards out. And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work. A long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Down.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Ready.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 47 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On the double.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Alert!
Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a three-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a three-point game, they get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his fifth rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Shot. 17.
A first down carry for Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Ready.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Back to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
10.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there.
Come on, set. Ready.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Back to throw. Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
Ready.
But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Ready.
He's back to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Red, yellow.
He'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Jair Elam makes it quick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try to make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bills, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.